Here at Olympia Fitness and Performance, one of the tests that we like to use on our athletes is called a functional movement screen. And this gives us an idea of how well somebody moves before we start putting together programs for them. The people who came up with the functional movement screen, Gray Cook and his colleagues, also created what they call the Pyramid of Athletic Success. And this kind of gives us an idea of what the most important things to work on are to become a better athlete. So at the bottom of this pyramid, no surprise, it's a functional movement screen. They put movement. Quality of movement has to be high. You have to be able to run well. You have to have good running technique. You have to be able to cut. Second is strength. And a lot of things fall into the strength box. All right. Strength includes your agility, your speed, your power, anything that can be trained in that vein. Finally, at the top is skill. The reason this is set up this way is that there's a requisite level of movement ability and strength that you need to have at every level of sport. And at every level, that movement ability and that strength ability have to become higher and higher to maintain competition. And this is something that you notice at every level right away. One of the first things you can see about when you're watching a kid's sport is who's really fast, who's really quick. Wow, that kid moves really well. And again, at every level, that requirement becomes a little bit bigger. And even if you have the skill, if you don't move well enough, if you're not fast enough and strong enough, it's not going to matter because you're not going to be able to keep up with the competition. These are also the two things that are going to help reduce your risk of injury when you're playing your sport and allow you to be consistent in your training for your skill. The problem that most people run into is everybody thinks that this is where they need to put all of their effort. But if you don't have the foundation of the strength and the movement ability, it doesn't matter how good these things become. And if you improve these two, then this will become even bigger. This is why steroids are banned in all sports, because it allows the bottom of this pyramid to become so much bigger that it affects the top of the pyramid. Just think of baseball. Roger Clemens, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds. They didn't become better baseball players because their skill level got higher. They became better baseball players because their strength became so much better. Their movement became so much more explosive, and they're able to translate that into a higher degree of skill. The message behind all of this is if you want to be a better athlete, focus on the base of your pyramid a little bit more. The more you improve the base, the better the top will become. And these will transcend all of the sports that you play, not just one.